Hi, if you're seeing this video, that is because somebody in your life didn't give you your Hogwarts letter. Confirmation. Somebody kept your Hogwarts letter from you. Metaphorically speaking, they kind of did it to a lot of us. You know, you always felt like there was something more that you were perceiving that other people couldn't. You're lucky you found this video, though. You are lucky, I'm telling you right now, because I'm going to tell you what they haven't told you. You always felt like there was some secret magic being kept from you. You perceived things in a different way than other people. You felt the energy, the things unsaid. When you entered a room, you knew immediately. The unspoken things, you picked up on them right away. And then when you would hear words, you'd hear deeper meaning behind them. It'd give your intuition sparks. You're hearing the spellcraft underneath. You probably might have even received mistreatment from certain people in your life, especially the people who didn't like your discernment. Those are people who use spellcraft for bad. What is spellcraft, you might say? Well, when you go to school, you learn to read, write, and spell. What are we spelling? Words. What are words? Words are vessels. They're encoders of information, of thought. They're frequencies, encoded with meaning, encoded with frequency. What's frequency? Frequency is everything. It's in light. It's in sound. Okay. Let's not jump there yet. Words. In a certain order, they can become a poem. In a certain order, they can become a script for a TV show. They can become a song. When they are placed in a certain order, spelled out for you, if there's a certain resonance, a certain emotional charge placed behind the words, and a storyline that gets you caught into it, well, we got interrupted. Is that part of this narrative? Was that supposed to make us feel something? I don't know. But the point of it being is that words crafted into a certain frequency being charged by an emotion, if with intent, it's crafted, delivered in a certain way, then it is a spellcraft. It's been crafted, a spell cast onto you can change your inner perceiver state. Invoke emotion response in you. Emotion to action. Motion. Right? So this is how they're spelling us all the time. You go to school and you get the same kinds of spells just placed into you over and over. And it's a whole framework. And then really it just comes back down to how you perceive things and how you always had that little inclination that there was something more underneath these words that wasn't being said. There's a reason you felt and picked up on things before the words were there for them, right? So I'm initiating you now so you can still be your own kind of wizard by telling you this information. This is what they would have told you in your first year had you gotten your letter. Spellcraft 101. The deep stuff goes into how they obscure it. They keep the magic there. Like, alchemy, started as chemistry, all this stuff. They've put in all the sciences. And, some of them that will be able to understand the stuff and act it and propagate it without questioning it too much, they get moved on to the places and the little schools where they can learn the basic stuff. They might learn a piece of it here or there, but they don't ever really learn what's underneath it. That underneath it, like when you measure something light in a certain frequency, sound at a certain frequency. See, they're measuring it and they're getting it down to all these frequencies. They're learning the numbers, the math behind it. And then they're studying it, they're linking it, how it creates different emotional responses. What kind of lighting is causing this kind of emotional response? What lighting paired with this music and this narrative creates that, invokes that? And you know, that's art. So it's combining all these different sciences, and itself, the spellcrafting becomes a science, right? So a song, if you're a musician, you're basically a witch or a warlock, and you sing spells with frequency. I'm serious. Why do you think there's love spells? There's love songs? Yes, sir. I'm just telling you. Think about it. I thought of all of this. I figured it all out because I was just driving around and there's a bunch of smoke from the north. And there's a bunch of smoke outside my house from these forest fires. And it's creating a whole different vibe. It's a whole different atmosphere out there. The sun looks orange. It's coming through at a different frequency. But it's also tinting, giving the whole kind of world its own little weird tint. And it makes it feel like eerie and out of place. And you know what? Imagine seeing that a long time ago when you just believed in myth and stuff. You would have known something was off, and it was creating and bringing this sense of something about you. And that's like fear, right? Maybe it's like something's out of place. That would be your alert system. It's perceived as that. So now these witches and warlocks and these people who did get to go to Hogwarts, what they use, they learn knowledge that they get to take and then use against you. But now I'm equipping you with that knowledge, initiating you into something which was your birthright, first of all. They try to keep it from you. But think about it, like Disney Imagineers and stuff. What do? They're light engineers, they're sound engineers. They engineer these things to invoke a certain emotional response in you or to produce something. And these narratives, they go far beyond just your experience. You go and see a movie at the movie theater and you invest yourself in that emotional story. You feel the emotions, you attach with it, it resonates in your inner narrative. Those narratives echo even in your subconscious long after seeing them, and they propagate, and they might influence a decision here, or they might spawn you into an action you might not have otherwise taken. And there's people that spend a lot of time and money crafting things in a certain way. Just advertising is spellcrafting. It's just, what do you think television's called? Television programming. It's programming you to act, behave a certain way according to certain scripts. They're scripting it, they're spelling it out, they're capturing you in capturing you in a script. It's all really basic stuff. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna get you that wand, Harry. You deserve it. Okay, bye. Come subscribe and I'll tell you more if you're even really feeling like a wizard. I don't know. I feel like, what's the point? Nobody wants to hear about magic these days anymore. So. And then it leaves me too. I only get these downloads every so often. I feel like if I don't get them out, then they'll probably stop coming to me. So subscribe, make it worth my while, or I don't know, I'll tell you about magic if you like it. You're really magical. You might be the chosen one. It might be my duty, but I'm one of those like mentors that's kind of lazy. You have to like really be about it. You have to be like, tell me more magic stuff, please. What are you gonna be, the only magic teacher that I have? One of many? And you're not gonna do your job, your specific job? I need to hear it from you in the specific frequency that you're gonna tell me about it. And once you're initiated, eventually you might have to do that too. So if you've watched this and it's resonated, congratulations, you're initiated. If you want me to come back, then be a bother. Goodbye.